Question 1. P and Q invest different sums at 8% per annum and 9% per annum respectively for 2 years. The simple interest received by both of them are equal. So here we need to note the point. Simple interest received by both of them are equal. Find the investment of Q. If the total amount received is 27,832. Total amount received. Amount of P plus amount of Q. We know the amount definition. There are two definitions. One is amount means money, and the other amount means principal plus interest. So here it says total amount received is 27,832. That means the amount of P, that is principal plus interest, plus the amount of Q. The total is 27,832. Let's work out. So I can see that P 8% per annum for 2 years. So in these 2 years, it will get a 8 into 2, 16% interest. Let's assume that the P sum is P. Then interest is 8 into 2 is 16. So 16% of P is the interest on P. Now let's assume that the investment by Q is Q, and his investment is at 9% per annum for 2 years. So 9 into 2 is 18%. 18% of Q will be the interest, and it is said that both of them got the equal interest. The simple interest received by both of them is equal. That means is equal to 9 into 2 is 18 and 18% of Q. 18% of Q. So from here I get P by Q. What is P by Q? 18 by 16. The percentage gets cancelled, and then 9 by 8. So this is principal. If P principal is 9 parts, Q principal is 8 parts. Now let's add the interest to principal. I will get the sum. So what is the interest? 8% per annum for 2 years. That is 16%. So let's calculate 16% on 9. That is 144. So the interest is 1.44. 16%. Yes, you are understanding that. So 16%, that is 9 into 16 by 100, which comes 144 divided by 100. So it comes 1.44. So this is the interest part. So now, what is the interest of second part? As it is said that interest is same in both the cases, so I can directly write down 1.44. Even if you check this one, 9% per annum for 2 years, so that is 18%, and 18% of 8 is nothing but 1.44. So I get this amount as 9 plus 1, 10.44, and here I get an amount that is 8 plus 1, 9.44, and the total amount is 19.88. Now, if 19.88 is the total amount, then the principal of Q is 8. Principal of Q is 8. I repeat this again. If a total amount is 19.88, then the principal of Q is 8. What I need to find out? Find out the investment of Q. If the total amount received is 27,832. So let's put them into the equation. That is, if total return is 18.88, the Q investment is 8. Then if the total return is 27,832, then what is the principal of Q? So into 27,832 by 19.88. Now when you cancel this one, you can see that this will get cancelled by 14 times, and as after decimal 2 digits are there, so I need to place the 2 0 over here. So 14,812 So 112 followed by 2 zeros. So this is 11,200 is my answer. The option 11,200, option choice 2. Let's take the next question. Question 2. There's a very simple question on simple interest. A certain sum amounts to rupees 41,280 in 6 years, 29,760 in 2 years. Find the sum and rate. These are the very fundamental questions. Let's work out that in 6 years, it's become 41,280, a sum become. And in 2 years, the same sum become 29,760. Okay. Now find out the sum. What I do is I will take the difference between these two, which is 4 years, and the difference between these two, which will be 4 years interest. So what is the difference between these two? I can see that this is 11,520. So this is the interest for how many years? 4 years. Because at 2 years, sum was 29,760. At 6 years, the sum was 41,260, 280. So the difference is 4 years. And the difference between this amount is 11,520. This indicates that this 11,520 is the interest for 4 years. So in order to find out the sum, I need to take out 2 years interest from this sum, as it is the this amount, because this is the amount after 2 years, or I need to take out 6 years interest from this amount. Let's work out. I will calculate the 2 years interest and I will subtract it from 29,760. I know 4 years interest is 11,520. Then how much will be 2 years interest? And that calculation goes this way. I need 2 years interest into 2. The given interest is 4 years. So divided by 4. So I get the 1 year interest as 5,760. 2 years interest. Now this 2 years interest is subtracted from this sum, this amount. I will get the sum. So let's P is equal to 29,760 minus 5,760, which gives us, that's 24,000. This is my sum. Now I need to also find out the rate. And the rate has a basic formula. Rate is equal to SI into 100. So I'll pick up the SI. Do we have SI? 5,760 is the SI. For how many years? The time is 2 years. So let's take the figure here, and we do have the principal. Yes, we have the principal, that is 24,000. By using these three figures, I can get the rate. And the rate is equal to SI into 100, that is 5,760 into 100 by P into T, and the P is 24,000 and T is 2 years, because the interest which is taken 5,760 is for 2 years. Therefore, I will take the time as 2 years. If I would have been taken interest as 11,520, then I would have been taken the time as 4 years. So by solving this, I get this as a 12%. So my rate of interest is 12%. Principal is 24,000. So check the option choice for 24,000 and 12%.